Hi, I'm MC Bad Genius,
I am Dan W. Sweat,
and together with Berkfinger, we are.
the Philadelphia Grand Jury.
And right now, you're watching the AU Review.
Welcome to the AU Review, and congratulations. We're here to talk about a new record, something which even a few years ago was unthinkable, unfathomable, and yet here we are. I guess let's go back to the beginning of it. We've spoken over the years at points by which this album was going to happen, but at what point did it start happening?
Well, I think it officially started happening late last year after we did a small little tour in Australia, saved up all the money for that to buy flights to Berlin, and then, we got on said flights and went to Berlin.
Yeah, I didn't think we actually thought it was going to happen though until it had happened already, because we went to Berlin with nothing really prepared and it was all a bit like ramshackle, as is truly to our style. But we were just going there with open minds and to have a good time. And then I think we were all shocked when a record actually happened.
Yeah.
At least I was.
Yeah, well, I mean, we only had 10 days for it, and we were hoping to get a day per song, and then we ended up having 15 or 16 songs by the end of the time that we'd been there.
Which isn't a massive claim though, because all our songs go for like 1.5 minutes, so it's like it's basically sort of like 15 half songs or something.
It's still a very short album, yeah.
Yes.
But
It's only a 3-minute record.
It's still legally an album, according to the, what APRA requires in order to pay you money.
all that money.
Yeah.
You just cranked it over just long
Yeah.
enough.
I think it was about 10 seconds too short, and then there's just like heavy breathing at the end of the record.
Yeah, we just put like a really long fade on one of the tracks just so that it would just tip over that edge.
That's actually true.
And of course you went to Berlin because that's where Berkfinger has his studio now. There have been so many Aussies going over there now to work with him there. What's the studio like? What's the vibe that he's created in Berlin?
Berkfinger's studio is really, really nice, and I think everyone who goes there is surprised that it's, firstly, that it exists, and secondly, that it's so nice. It's sort of very sunny and warm, which are two words that you rarely associate with Berlin unless it's for that 2-week summer window. Yeah, it's really good. He had a place before that one that was in this old psych ward or something on the river, which I never actually saw, but the way he describes it sounds pretty mental. I think it was just him and his computer, his like old laptop and a sort of inbox or something, and
Seemed very bleak.
yeah, and there was a lot of sad songs that he wrote. Well, not sad so much as just stark and depressing. And he sort of sent them through, and we were like, "Oh."
Is that where some of the feeling stuff happened?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah,
Yeah.
Just him shouting at a wall?
yeah. It got very weird and very dark. But I was there when he actually got like the studio that he currently now has was run by this other American guy who was really cool. And I was there when he sort of was considering moving into the space. It was a really cool time. And it was really sort of bare, and there's a couple of things I think that he kept, which is really cool. And there's actually like a piano there and stuff, so it's, it's all very nice and sophisticated.
Very legit, I think, is the word that I'd use.
Yeah.
Surprisingly legit, considering how unlegit Berkfinger is generally.
Yeah.
But when you walk in and you see this massive, beautiful mixing desk, and then in the next room there's this insanely big grand piano, it makes you realise that it's actually a real studio. It's not just our friend, kind of bumming in his back room. It's like a proper studio. Yeah, it's great.
Yes.
Did any of that piano make it onto the record?
Heaps, yeah. To be honest, I could sit at a piano all day, every day. That could be my life. I can't play it that well, but there's just something very calming and enchanting about it. Like, you can't get it with a digital piano or anything else. And so, basically every day when we'd go in to record, that would be where I would go first, and then I'd move to like bass.
Yeah, then I'd go, "Come on, Joel," and then I'd give him a guitar.
Yeah, exactly. But for a lot of that time, we still managed to get some piano stuff in there, so it was really cool.
And you mentioned that in that short period of time, there were about 15 and a half songs that were
Yes.
created. Did all of those make it onto the record?
No. How many songs are on the record? 10?
12.
11? 12?
12. So
12 half songs.
And
Yeah, there
three half
was-
songs missed out.
There's a couple, I don't know, there's a couple that is actually finished though.
There was one that was my favourite of the whole session, and I was gunning for it the whole time, and it didn't make the cut.
Is that,
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
going to hell.
you can say
Yeah.
it. It's not like Macbeth.
Could be a B-side at some point.
It could be a B-side, although
It's-
I think Bergfinger wants to attack it with some fresh vigor.
Yeah, it's too good for a B-side. It's an A-side. It's a hit.
It's a potential A-side.
It's a hit.
Yeah, it's a hit, man.
It's a hit.
It's
but
a
you-
hit.
But you might not ever hear it, so like, whatever.
Maybe it'll
It's a
get
hit
its
that you
own
might never
7-inch
hear.
on Record Store Day.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like that.
yeah.
Is it called Going to Hell?
It is.
Going to hell, yes.
Then have flames on the vinyl and
Oh yeah, that'd be
I
awesome.
think this is all settled. Yeah.
like metal, do metal like a Metallica version of your logo.
Yeah, skulls with snakes coming out their eyes and stuff.
Actually, speaking of metal, we found out that we're not the first band this year to do a Summer of Doom tour. some I don't know how big they are, but some metal bands in America have done a big Summer of Doom tour, and we feel like maybe we're pretenders to the Summer of Doom throne now.
No,
'Cause-
man, ours is the real summer of doom. Theirs was sort of like the summer of unfortunate coincidences. Ours is real doom.
They were like a Lemony Snicket experience.
Exactly.
You're
Exactly. Ours is like a Wes Craven. Sort of. Yeah.
the real deal.
Yeah.